All right, welcome back. It's still Rapid Dawn. Hope you had a good time with Emmanuel's Okafor at 8 o'clock with sports, and by 8:30 had Eastern Circle with Daisy and Michael. I did promise you a conversation, and part of what we discussed on health and wellness earlier today was about hemophilia. There's not been much awareness regarding to hemophilia. Some persons don't even know that it's genetics. Some people don't really know how to identify this problem when they see it in their children. And it's of interest for you to know that hemophilia are predominantly in boys, like male. Um, in females, it's just a very rare occasion that you find it in females. It's more in boys. So it's very important for you to put in so much attention to check, your boy child, to check your family tree, to check your genetics, and then also check your wife's genetics as well, to avoid certain things. But I told you we're going to have a guest in the studio to talk about this. Now, it's quite touching because it's a real experience. This woman I have with me today has to deal with three boys having hemophilia. Not one, not two, but three. In a country where we don't exactly have good medical insurance or care or support, and it's not really easy. And I'm so glad that she was able to, grant us audience to have this conversation with us. We're talking about handling this situation, how the experience has been so far, support, and the rest of them. It's so great to have you, Mrs. Olajide. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome, ma. Thank you, ma.
Yes. Let's start from the beginning. When did you first, realize that your boy? Let's start with the first one, where you realized that he had hemophilia.
Okay, is when I did the circumcision at 10 days old. So we went for circumcision. So they did the circumcision in the morning. So we carried him back home because normally in Nigeria, at least when you do the circumcision, is they have to discharge you and you go and take care of it at home. But unfortunately, when we reached home, the boy was bleeding profusely.
Wow.
The bleed did not stop, so we have to keep on packing the circumcised area. But till around 10 p.m., we see that the bleeding is not stopping and the boy is getting pale.
Wow.
So we have to go back to the hospital. So there was a doctor that saw us and said, what is happening? We explained to him. He said maybe the nurse that did it did a mistake. So they collected the child from us. When they collect the child from us, he checked the boy. He said there is no mistake, but you just have to suture some areas in the place. So he sutured it and packed it well. But before the bleeding will stop, it takes 2 weeks.
Wow.
Before it stopped. So we have to be giving him close monitoring. So that is how the circumcision is. So from there, we are suspecting the hospital, that is Lautech in Osun State. They say is a suspected hemophilia. But themselves, they don't know much about it. So that is how.
Okay, so they didn't know much about it. So did they recommend another hospital that knows much about it to identify the problem, or they just let you go? Okay, we are suspecting this.
They did a blood transfusion. They call something fresh frozen plasma, FFP. That's what they give them. At least it will make the bleeding site to clot. So that's what they did. We look for a donor, or at times their dad will donate, and when they give them, the bleeding will subside. But it takes time before they know what they're supposed to do, because that circumcision, they did not do that. We just keep on praying and applying an injection called adrenaline. So that's how.
So this was your first boy?
Yeah.
It was your first boy?
Yes.
So you took him home, and did everything return to normal, or he was still bleeding?
That moment, he was still bleeding for like 2 weeks. But it just stopped on its own. We have to be packing it, checking it, how it goes. So after 2 weeks, we see that everything is normal, is okay, and the wound is healing.
So so that was your first child, and nothing happened afterwards again.
He has so many, he has so many injuries, wounds. There was a time they did a test. He was running temperature, so they have to take his PCV. So and whenever they want to take PCV, they need to prick their thumb.
Yes.
So when they prick it, I took him home. When we reached home, I was sleeping beside him. Before I just wake up, I saw that blood have feel everywhere.
From just
From
that?
that, yes. He was bleeding seriously. I have to take him back to the hospital. They need to pack it. They will pack it, apply. We have adrenaline. They will pack it because they were just saying it's suspected, but they don't know the main medication for it. But
that's Lautech now?
Yes. The thing is that FFP, which is fresh frozen plasma, so they have to transfuse him again.
So for every time this boy has a cut, injury, anything, this is the experience you're going to have.
Yes.
Even if he's playing and he falls and he gets, no matter how tiny it is,
yes,
that's what is going to happen.
Yes.
Another round of blood transfusions,
yes,
hospital rounds.
Yes.
So his injury doesn't heal like normal children. Like
no.
And that's how it is till now.
No.
So what's the result now for the
first story have changed because as at 2017, he had an internal bleeding, which is, I don't know, maybe when he went to school he played ball because they did not supposed to engage in sports activities. So he played the ball, but he did not tell me. So when we slept, the following day I see that I can't move the leg again. So from there we took him to the hospital. We spent almost 9 months. They were just saying maybe they are going to do surgery. If they are going to do the surgery, this is what it will require. I said, okay, they should go on. But they were scared that somebody that have this kind of health, doing the surgery, we don't know anything about the factor concentrators at that time. So we spent a lot. My husband have to sold his house. Even when the money finished in the hospital, I have to carry a plate and be begging people to please, they should help me. So after then, we see that the thing is not working. They introduced my husband to a church that we should carry him there. Though I did not follow them because I'm tired. As at then, I have 3 of them. And their dad is not staying with us.
Okay, let's go back a bit.
Okay.
You want to take a break?
No,
you want a break?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
You discovered the first boy was like this?
Yes.
And the hospital had not been able to tell you this is what the problem is?
Yes.
Even after spending 9 months in the hospital?
Yes.
Lautech was still not able to identify what the problem is.
Yes.
I hope maybe someone from Lautech is watching. This is a huge problem if our medical facility is not able to identify a problem. And so you just keep treating a child, but you have not identified the real cause of what you're treating. You spent 9 months in the hospital.
Yes.
You spent so much money.
Yes.
He was discharged after that. Did he get better?
He couldn't walk. He's limping.
Till now?
No. After they brought him from Osogbo to this place.
To Abuja?
To Abuja, yeah. So that was when my husband carried him to FMC in Kefi. So there was a doctor that said we need to do what is called factor 8 assay. That's when they will know what is the real cause and which assay it belongs to. So they did that. They say it's a factor 8 assay that is lacking. So he introduced my husband to Kaduna. That is where we got the director is Mrs. Megan Adediran. So that is where my husband went to, and they talked to him and they gave him the factor concentrate that he should bring down to Abuja. They should be administering it to the boy, hoping it will get better. And I thank God when we are giving him the injection, it's getting better.
It's getting better.
Yes.
So you did mention your other kids. So at this point, 2 others came.
Yes.
While you were still on this.
Yes.
I know that our viewers will be wondering, oh, why did she go ahead? It's not for you to ask the question, okay? I mean, children are gift from God. So two others came, making it three.
Yes.
So at what point did your husband and yourself discover that, oh, whatever happened to boy one is going to happen to boy two and three? At what point did you people discover it?
It's during the circumcision.
Again,
Again.
of the second boy,
Yes.
and the third
And the
boy.
third boy, yes. We did not even know about the second boy because I changed the method of the first circumcision. I changed another, yes,
okay.
the second one. So it did not bleed.
Okay.
The second one did not bleed because we changed the method. But it was when he was growing, he was having something, seizure disorder. He will go into convulsion. So that was when the ED, the director of the Hemophiliac Foundation of Nigeria,
yes,
told us that the boy is having hemophilia too, because at times they might be bleeding into the brain. So that is how we got to know that he's also an hemophilia patient. But my third born, I've put my mind that there's nothing wrong with the second one. So
oh, you put your mind that
yes,
he's
because
fine.
yes, I think it's normal convulsion that a child convulse. So I don't know it's hemophilia.
Hemophilia as
Yeah,
well.
so our third born, it was during the circumcision that I know.
So you
I
didn't use
noticed.
the same process that you did in the second born?
No, I used the first one.
Wow. And then you got the same result.
Yes.
And the hospital journey began again.
Seriously.
So you have three boys on your hand with the same problem. For those who missed our intro in the morning on health and wellness, we talked about hemophilia. And of course, hemophilia is a rare inherited medical condition in which the ability of the blood to clot is severely reduced, causing the sufferer to bleed severely from even a slight injury. No matter how tiny it is, that person is going to bleed. Mrs. Olajide, we were supposed to get Dr. Uju on, to join us virtually, but he's, due to one or two reasons, we're not able to have doctor right here. But maybe by Monday we'll be able to have the doctor join us to talk more extensively regarding it from a medical perspective, so that people can be more careful. I did read the article, and it said that at some point you thought it was a spiritual problem.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
You know, when you are praying, I prayed a lot, because though my younger brother had it, but we think it's spiritual, we keep on carrying him. At times, if we reach hospital, the same Lautech, they will just be saying wonderful. The boy will be bleeding, they will just be saying wonderful, because they have tried all their possible best.
Wait, they'll be saying wonderful?
Wonderful, yes. It amazed them. There's nobody I will tell the story that, oh, what is hemophilia? Even the doctors, it's when they reach to a certain level. Maybe some of them that traveled out of the country now told them about it. So I keep on praying. You know, there's no way you will be praying, at least they will see something. And to the extent the thing really wants to affect my marriage.
What does your husband think about this? Seeing that it's from your side, the genetics is from your side.
It's not easy. I fought it to this stage. Because there was one day he came around when the boy was on bed. I'm very tired. I was very tired, to the extent every small thing nags me. I see it as a serious battle. So whenever he talks small, I will have to reply him. So he said something one day, said, the doctors told him that my chromosomes are bad, that's why I'm betting this kind of children.
Your chromosomes are bad?
Seriously. I cried so much, because at least I'm in medical line in some ways. at least I know something. So I said, chromosomes, I have to go back to the hospital and talk to them that what is really happening, that they couldn't confide in me. But they say, the doctor said, no, they do not tell him like that. But it's due to aggression. That's why he's mentioning those things. It's too much. The battle is too much.
We'll take a very short break right now so you can breathe in and breathe out. We'll be right back.
Magic has hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTime's inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTime's antenna and satellite signal. StarTimes Sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTimes highest bouquet for free, automatic system update. More benefits, more affordable. StarTimes Sundial TV is available in all StarTimes branches and dealers countrywide. StarTimes Inside, entertainment inbuilt.
From the heart of Africa, where dreams are born and passion is boundless, a new wave of talent rises. In La Liga, these extraordinary athletes are not just playing the game, they're transforming it.
Chasing, it's Lamine Yamal. What a magnificent goal that
They
is!
shine on the world stage. Watch as they redefine football, inspire millions, and make history. La Liga, where dreams become reality.
Are you missing out on interviews, music, entertainment, thought-provoking discussions, and more? Don't sweat it, man. We've got you covered. No matter where you are, be part of the action 24/7, online and live. Caesar Radio.
On Facebook, it's Rapid FM Umahia. On Instagram, it's official Rapid FM. And on X, it is Rapid FM 965. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM or listen to us live on our website at www.rapidfm965.com or radiogarden.com. Better yet, get our mobile app from the Google Play Store. Catch the pulse of the Southeast on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city.
Hey, Oyanam, all Caesar Radio.
All right, welcome back. We're still discussing hemophilia, and I do have Mrs. Olajide. She's still right here with me, and I just want us to get a clear perspective on things so that people who are watching and those who are going to watch on the YouTube after now would get a clear idea. Your husband is affecting your marriage, but you still have 3 kids on your hands who need proper care, medically and otherwise. Has the doctor told you guys, this has a solution, he's going to get well after a certain age? Have they said anything like that?
No. The thing is that they will be on their medication, which is a factor concentrate.
Throughout their lives?
Yes, because even a person of 60 years is still taking the concentrate.
Let's now talk about the chromosome aspect, where even though the doctor said he didn't tell your husband, but let us assume it was due to frustration and unhappiness that made him bust out. But you're still together, right?
Yes.
You're still together. and he's still being supportive of it.
Yes.
How has the support been, from outside organization, from the hospitals? How's the support been?
Outside organization, there is no. It's just me and my family. There is no any other support from anywhere.
No NGOs, nothing.
Just only the Hemophiliac Foundation of Nigeria that is supportive of the factor concentrate and the save one life of one of them. So after that,
Nothing else is coming.
no.
Okay. That is. I'm not sure anybody watching that is happy to know. So, well, usually it's not what we do, but we would have to do it. If someone wants to reach you, maybe they want to support you. They want to support you, support the boys, support their. How can they reach you?
They can call me on my phone number.
Okay, what's the number? You can call the number so that.
Okay, 091 31 21 7889.
You can call it again.
091 31 21 7889.
Yeah, so you have the number there. You want to support. You want to support the boys. You want to say, okay, I have this little thing. I want to support their medication. I want to support their transfusion. I want to support what they take, because as you can hear from her, they don't get well. They just have to live on these treatments till whatever age that God says they are going to live to. And it's not an easy experience. So if you want to support, you want to show her some love, that's the number. You can call the number again for
091 31 21 7889.
Yeah. Are you on any social platform? You can send you a message or something. Are you on Facebook?
Facebook,
Okay, you can,
WhatsApp.
You can give her your Facebook.
Olaide Rukayat@gmail.com.
That's your Facebook.
Yes.
Olaide Rukayat.
Rukayat, yes.
Okay. So anybody that wants to support Mrs. Olaide, you can definitely reach her on any of these platforms to see how you can support. Or maybe if you think that she's not real or she's telling a story, you could go to the hospital. What's the name of the hospital again?
National Hospital.
Which of them?
In Abuja.
Yes. And so you could, if you want to say, okay, I want to confirm before I support, or I want to make donations, I want to confirm first. That's fine. You can go to the National Hospital Abuja to confirm, and that's her name, and whatever support you want to give to her, she'll be very, very appreciative of it. And how old are your boys now?
I have 13, I have 10, and 8.
So whenever you look at these boys, how do they feel, knowing that they have to be in and out of the hospital, they have to live on this? Do they exactly know what is going on with them? The 13-year-old boy.
Yes, he knew. But the thing is that, a child will always be a child. So that is why every time counseling is coming, that this is what you do not supposed to do, this is what you should do. And we even go to their school to create our awareness.
Okay.
To tell them they should not flog them because they can bleed anywhere. There was a time they flogged him in his palm, but it leads to brain bleeding.
Wow.
So it's not easy at all. So I have to sit him down. At times, he himself, he felt somehow that, why is it that it cannot be like other children? But I keep on telling him that with time, as long as God is still on the throne, there's nothing God cannot do.
Do you get support from church?
No.
No?
Yes.
Okay. Most times people will always say, oh, church will support you. That's why I asked, to see. But it's okay. We do hope that some person watching this morning would decide to say, okay, no, I want to support, even though there's no permanent solution to this, but your regular support to Mrs. Odadide and her family could, bring some sort of relief to her and her family, and to see that the boys are able to. And then What has been the response from the school saying, oh, don't do this to my sons, don't do this to my son, they can't take this? What has the response been? Are they fighting you back and saying, oh, do you have to tell the school about their problem?
Yes, because I have to go to so many schools before they admit them. Because some schools they told me that they can't cope. Because there is no way a child will not play and will not have injury. So to some certain level, one of them in Massacre collected them that is going to try for them. But at least even at times, if there's any problem, I'll have to go there and talk and shout, and this will have issue. They will say maybe I should take my children away. If I cannot, I say it's not like that. You guys will not understand. At times I'll have to pack all their injections to the school and show them. It's not as if I'm petting them. I don't know how to pet a child. But God just know why he threw these ones to me. I'm not the kind of person that used to rub a child on the head, but this is what is happening. They should please try to understand with me, and we will settle.
Okay, and the response has been good so far.
Yes.
Okay, so as we get set to wrap up, some persons are not aware that this is a genetic thing, and so even at the point of marriage, you still have to be very careful. You need to ask the necessary questions. You need to go for the necessary tests. You need to be sure that if you notice anything about your family, you need to ask questions to avoid entering into a union. And do you sometimes ask yourself, I should have checked better before getting into marriage?
Yes.
And what would you have done differently if that had happened?
I don't just know, seriously.
It's all right. I just wanted you to smile. That's it. Thank you so much, Mrs. Olajide, for coming. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and your story with us, even though it's still a continuous process. Your boys are still very young. You still have a long way. Our thoughts are with you. Our support are with you. And I'm definitely sure lots of Nigerians would be willing to want to come through for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And of course, as much as possible, we'll try to keep talking more about hemophilia, because it seems as though a lot of people don't still know about it. And it's really embarrassing to know that a place like Lautech, I just hope that the government would look into it and probably have more campaigns to spread the word when it comes to hemophilia. And the medical association will come together and see how they can bring more information to the medical field about some sicknesses. The truth is there are a lot of sicknesses, a lot of infections, a lot of diseases, a lot of bacteria that many people don't know about. And these things are there. People are experiencing it. People are living with it, but they don't exactly know what it is called. And so that's why on our health and wellness, every time we try to bring updates on certain things that you probably thought is nothing, but it's actually something. And thank you so much for staying with us and enjoying every single thing that we bring to you on the morning show. I'm sure that this has impacted your life this morning. As it is a Friday, it's a very good way to end the week so that you can use this weekend to do the necessary checkups that you need to do. You can use this weekend, you that is going into marriage, you can use this weekend to check yourself, to check your partner, to check your family tree, to check your genetics, to be sure that something is not missing. Just the same way we create awareness for sickle cell is the same way we can also create awareness for hemophilia. I hope that has gotten to you. Thank you so much for staying with us from 7 till this time. I have had a great time being with you from Monday down to Friday. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platform on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on X. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, our official Rapid TV, and you can visit our website www.rbnradiotv.com. My name is Cynthia Agbo. Have yourself a pleasant weekend.